Hey Empresses, and welcome to the EIP podcast. This is another part of the Empress Empowered project. Make sure you check it out on other platforms. If you don't know me, my name is Missy, but my friends call me EJ. Now, let's talk. Okay, so today's topic is life paths. Okay. I think sometimes as you become more aware of life and your existence, you encounter more people that will confront you with confusion. I don't believe that some people do it intentionally, but as you move forward into a state of secureness, you start to see other people's insecurities. I don't judge them, but I also understand that where they are is not where I am right now. I'm not saying I can't be there or won't be there, but I just know I'm not there right now. When people bring up the side of things that could happen, that means that they are still troubled by things out of their control. If it doesn't come with a contextual example, it's a projection. It gets dangerous when you start having people around
that do that without knowing.
You have to be clear about why that person is around you. Were you reaching out to them or were they reaching out to you? Do they actually know your situation or are they just watching? Sometimes you can get knowledge from these people that you didn't know you needed, but it is usually in context. Most of the time, if you don't make sure the advice applies to you, it will just confuse you and throw you off. An instance that just occurred this morning is a friend reconnected with and have been messaging for a few days. I reached out to him because I felt like I needed to, but he was always a dope dude, right? But as I was messaging him, he just felt lost. Certain things he would tell me made me think, hey, we're in the same space, but I'm more comfortable. I wonder why. Then as we kept messaging, I realized we weren't in the same place. We were both searching, yes, but for different things. We're both searching for a path, but what it looked like to each of us was different. The way I initially thought my path should look like is a straight path, a bullet-pointed list of things that correlated and connected. To a certain extent, and as my life has presently laid out, this is true. The only thing is I've realized that I wasn't happy with the path itself. No, don't get me wrong, although my end goal / destination is more focused now, it hasn't changed. I've just learned I'm not a person that likes routine or that likes to be like other people or that likes the idea of a simple life. I've never been a simple person. I'm literally just not a simple person. I've never been that. And literally everything I've done, people thought I was being extra or doing too much. No, that was never true. They just never seen a person like me. When I would dance for my church, I would ask the dance director for more difficult or more advanced moves. I knew that we just had creative differences, but no, they took it as me being difficult. And so I would always be in trouble. Honestly, I would be the good one though, but I was always in trouble. So you know what I did? I started choreographing the dances myself. I was the choreographer for our dance team for a year and a half before I went to college. Everything else has had a similar story. I think after seeing the ins and outs of college, I've just gotten bored with it. It has become simple to me now. It's time for me to move on and figure out another adventure for my life, And when people hear me say that, they assume that I'm just not going to go back to school. LOL. No, I actually do plan to go back to school, but it's no longer a pillar in my life, but more of a stepping stone now. Now, instead of seeing my life path as a straight line with pillars and bullet points, I see it more as space debris. To get where I want to go, I gotta step on the best pieces of debris to get me to the next point. You have to trust yourself, your God, and or your intuition. Not every piece of debris will be strong enough for you to stand on. Sometimes you may trip and stumble, but every fall teaches you about your next step. Sometimes that debris is only strong enough to hold you or for you to take a step on for just a time period. That means at some points in life, you can't stand still. And trust me, I know that that's hard, but as you think about it, it's needed sometimes. If I've learned anything, these 2 points have been the greatest ones, like honestly. The first point is, my God, at least, doesn't like complacency. He wants you to move and to keep moving. Point 2, fear is only going to slow you down. It's just extra weight, so learn to let go of it. Easier said than done, yes, but nonetheless, it's still true. I've had to get out of the habit of over-planning my steps towards my future. You can't keep walking with your head down because you'll miss what's actually in front of you. And walls hurt, honey. Like, you're not always going to see a wall coming. I can guess some of the things you took from this is that Miss E is really, really into sci-fi, or that I'm really imaginative. Both true, but also take this. Each present moment leads to the next. So yes, plan for the future, write down your goals, but focus on what you're doing to get there instead of what you are going to do. Focus on right now, because what you are doing right now is taking these steps. What you are doing right now is projecting your path to your future. So pay attention. And pay attention now to what's happening now, what you are doing now. I'm not going to claim to know everything, but I think we each should be the smartest person we know. My philosophy, okay? I'm the smartest person I know because I have the ability to put things, knowledge, and ideas together for myself and connect them to the dots I didn't know meant something at the time. That's why if you ever hear me say, I'm the smartest person I know, is because I do the smart stuff for myself. Like, I don't expect people to figure things out for me because they can't figure it out for me. No one's gonna know all your life. Even your parents are not gonna know all your life. So you gotta take that step and be that smartest person. Figure it out. If it didn't make sense, why? You have to take time to think about stuff. And so I hope this is encouragement to you. If you think that the system is not for you, it's not. You're not crazy. I had to go through a moment where someone said something to me. I'm like, oh, I'm not crazy. Because sometimes you feel like you're the only person that thinks a certain way. Maybe I'm the only person that thinks this way. That's okay. But I'm not crazy. I'm not. And so you're not crazy either. You're not crazy. We're growing a generation of people focused on freedom. And yes, you could say like people in the past have, been focused on freedom and things like that. And our ancestors, yes, very true. But they were focused on freedom for us. They were focused on doing things at that time to get freedom for us, to fight for the future. We are the future. And so at this time, I think one important thing that we're forgetting is that since we are the future, we need to start being that, look for freedom for yourself, still fight for the cause, fight for other people, stand up for other people, yes, but don't leave yourself out in the cold, So keep growing, everyone. Thank you for supporting the EI project. I'll see you all on the next episode. Much love. Be blessed. Missy.